Hello and welcome to the show. We are here today on Forza Horizon 4 with another team adventure. We're back with a team adventure this time out. We are racing Vauxhalls. Yep, this is a team adventure just for the Vauxhalls, and I am the only one that's braved a VX220. I am not sure. There's a lot of courses around the place. In fact, the Insignia was the go-to, very easy choice car, and everyone's avoided it, which is probably should make for an interesting time. There's a lot of courses. There's a Monaro in there, a couple of Astras, a couple of Carltons, and yeah, I have the lightweight handling car. I have no power. I say I have no power, about 220, 230, which is not very much. The thing is, I am very light, and I do have rally tyres on my car. We're going to have to wait and see. This first circuit I do not expect to be a fun time for my VX220. It is going to run out of top end. It's just not going to be quick enough. But I'm hoping it's going to outhandle some cars around here, maybe, and we can make up some positions here and there. You know, this is not likely to be the track that gets me a win, unless it turns out my car has magical, mystical levels of top speed. But it should be a track. I'm hoping I can still score good points. That's what matters at the end of the day, is if we can still be scoring good points around this circuit, then that's very helpful. We can dive up the inside of the Corsa. I did not quite have as much grip as I'd hoped in relation to the Corsa. We had a big dive bomb there. I mean, we gave it space. There was maybe the tiniest of rubs on the way past. Nothing too crazy. Carlton is actually leading the way. Now, this is the sort of circuit that a Carlton might work at, if the Carlton's going to work. I mean, the lowest Carlton is one of the vehicles. I mean, it's counted as a Vauxhall in here, because the basic car is a Vauxhall. The fun bits are from Lotus, but anyway, I adore the Lotus Carlton. It is one of, my dream vehicles. It's never been great in Forza. As much as it pains me to say that, it's always been a car that's struggled to work in a Forza game. So I'm surprised to see it doing well, but also kind of glad to see it doing well. We've got a good run through here, actually. We're catching the Corsa squad up ahead. We're going to try and join in the fun times here. Red team are currently winning. We are currently winning. We're so good through that section there. You can see the gap that we've made. Even though we do struggle down these straights, the speed that we have through that section is pretty damn good. We just have got a lot of grip. I mean, the courses are mostly going to be front-wheel drive. You probably wouldn't want to all-wheel drive swap them. You might do, but you might also make them horrifically twitchy and difficult to drive if you do. Front-wheel drive to all-wheel drive, it's better in Horizon 4, but it can sometimes still get you a very difficult to drive car. The Corsa is quicker than me down the straights. See, I don't want to dive bomb my teammate too much. I didn't get my gears right. Maybe the gears should be different in this car. Well, they might work at other tracks. That's the truth. Even though both me and Longbow actually have lost out to Edinburgh, we have still got an overall points lead. It's, we're not just 50 points to the good, but we haven't got a completely, confident margin. All it takes is a missed checkpoint somewhere. God, this BX220 is good through the corners. It's a little too lively at the rear. For my, my personal tastes, I'd like a little bit more planted a vehicle. That being said, it's carrying a lot of speed. Also, that being said, whatever that's behind us is bloody fast. It's all of a sudden appeared. Oh, it's an Astra, I think. Behind us, that's come from nowhere. I mean, we have been fighting a little bit. There's some front-wheel drive oversteer. I'm still not quite 100% confident on how much speed I can take through here, through some of these corners. We're going to try and push Longbow out of the corner. Not quite. We might be about to have Astra-based troubles in a minute, because that has actually really caught up. We have to defend from an Astra. Might not have much we can do about it, really, if it is so much quicker than us in a straight line. And Pegga's car maybe looks a little bit mean to drive. The leader is slowly being caught by the Corsa. Now, I'd love to know fastest lap times. We've been a little bit in traffic, and almost a lot of the laps I've been going quickly, and then the back end just steps out on me at some point. We're going to have a go up the inside. Oh, it's going to be too much of a throw, though. It was too ambitious, although we have slid up in front of Edinburgh. We kind of slid up in the middle of the group here. We ended up blocking in the Astra as well. It was worth a go. I thought I could get away with it. I just couldn't quite do it. We're going to lose another place. Again, we're still good in terms of points. Bugger. That's a slight disappointment. This does look very promising for the VX220 when it gets some twisty stuff. Though, if we're this much quicker than the cars around, we can have a dive up the inside of the Astra if I can pull it up in time, which we do. We've just got such good break. I mean, this is a crazy like car. Again, there's another car I really like. I do like the VX220s. They're cool. And yeah, it's very light. The 200 horse, I'm not as slow down the straights as I feared I might be. I mean, a general A-class I probably would be, but with the limited selection of cars you get here, we're not too bad. We are probably one of the slower vehicles. We are getting caught as well by everybody else. I mean, that's just the fighting that's going on here. In clean air, we can run a lot quicker, but, you know, we're having to attack, we're having to defend. We're going to do exactly the same thing again through here. And Pega is wise to the little sneaky dive bomb. This is the problem I have as the handling car. We're going through here and we're carrying speed, but I can't maintain that momentum that I want to because there's a Corsa in the way. We have to lift or we bump it and we lose our momentum either way. The Astra is going to do exactly the same as it tried last time around. We are going to probably have to have a dive on the final hairpin. It may well be wise to it. We've got to be absolutely spot on through here if we're going to want to make this work. Again, we're almost too close through there. We're going to do exactly the same as we did last lap around. We get to the inside. Can we get to the inside of Impega? Not quite in time. Oh, the Astra's going to run to the inside. We're going to give it the squeeze, but it won't matter. Oh no, the Astra may have slipped on the grass a little bit. Still a drag race to the line. The Astra's going to get us. I don't even know what way it went. I don't even know what way it went and if the game's cheesed someone out of a position in that one. It went the way of me, but that was ridiculous. That might be... I would love to have a proper finishing time for that. I want to know, because there was maybe the length of a splitter between the cars. But we get the 5th place. There is enough points for Red Team to take victory. I like my car. Didn't suit that track, but that's okay. I think it's going to be good elsewhere. So, up next, we head off road. This should be curious. The Tarn Hows Scramble Circuit. Now, the VX220 is rear-wheel drive, although I think quite a lot of these cars are certainly going to be two-wheel drive, one form or another. I have rally tyres. I would probably expect a lot of cars are going to be running those around here. There may be a few who are trying something different. They'll be quick on the tarmac, of course, but not so good when we go off-road. This is one of the fun of these team adventures. You can build cars for a more specialised area. Perhaps it looks like one of the Carltons might be on some normal tyres. It did not get going off the line very well whatsoever. There's probably going to be either a lot of understeer or a lot of oversteer through this dirt section for a number of cars. Front-wheel drive vehicles in Horizon 4 tend to be pretty good. Front-wheel drive vehicles do tend to be pretty good. I mean, overall, but out here as well. There is a Monaro has had a better start in this one. Is up in the lead pack at the moment. At the moment, it's Corsa, Monaro, Astra, Corsa. We need to split that up. We need to get a VX220 into the midst of all of this. Try and find a way past as best as I can. Because yeah, I mean, we should be good in the turns. We should be we will be light. But maybe light isn't even necessarily always what you want on the dirt. We may be a little bit more unstable than some of the cars around. We'll have to see. It's a good handling car, but this is not the specialty of the VX220. It is on rally suspension, I will add. We're going to have a sneaky dive bomb to the inside. Now, we have got a red car leading the way at the moment. We have Longbow up at the front with the Corsa with the hideous body kit. The Astra's having a big moment. The Astra's going to slow down the Corsa, and we're going to be around the outside of everybody here. If we can keep up momentum, we just about keep up that momentum. Not enough to pass Impega, but we get past the Astra. So that actually puts us into the lead of the adventure overall. We're going to slide our way through there. Second gear is going to be where it's at. I mean, we're up to 4th, but this is by no means done. We're going to be fighting with that Astra once more, I think. God, I like tarmac. I like tarmac in this car. It just moves around so much when it's on the dirt. It's, you know, it's expected to. I mean, you're going to try to go around. You're not going to get anywhere around there. I don't think, even if we got to the inside, I think I can carry. I'm pretty good at that final corner in this car. We've got good pace through there. That's the concern I have with the Vauxhall. Oh, the VX220 is that lightness. We just hit that bump. I mean, that was a huge fire through the air, and that's not what you're going to get with the Monaro. Not in the same way. As I said, we're on rally suspension in this car. It's as good as it's going to get, really, for the tiny lightweight sports car. But it's something you have to be aware of. We get a really good run through all that section. We are definitely not as quick as the lead 2. I mean, Pega's, you know, still having a tough time with that Corsa as well through here. We're all got our own problems. This is a big group of cars, actually. One little mistake is going to be costly here. We have the lead, but it's by, it's teetering on a knife edge, this one. The first one, we had a little bit more of a margin, you know, you could lose a place and it was fine. Here it may well be one place that decides it. The Astra is going to try that outside pass at the final corner, and it is going to almost make it stick. It's still alongside in all of this. Now it's the Astra's turn, I think, to hit the bump awkwardly around there. Yeah, there's definitely an awkward landing zone. Pega seems to be struggling a little bit more in these laps. Can I look for a way past? Oh, we're both going to do. We both rolled almost different ways through that. If we're going to find a way past, it might be on this corner here. That's where I seem to have the speed over that Corsa. But where do you go? Do you have a dive through here? Probably not. Do we try cut back on the exit? That's what I'm going to go aim for. Can I get out the other side? I don't quite have a gear where I need it to be. Second's a little too short, third's a little too long. We don't quite make it stick though. Around onto the tarmac we head. We've got one more lap to find a way onto the podium. The Astra might get both of us at this rate. I think the Astra's a smidge quicker than we are around here. I think the Astra's got a little bit more handling maybe than the Corsa and a little bit more straight line speed than me. So it's pretty good overall. I'm going to avoid that bump. It's given me too much grief so far. Impega hit it but got away with it in the Corsa. We run, you know, quite tight through turn one. There's some sliding from the car ahead. We are going to be out of shape. Oh, I got that section all horribly, horribly wrong. The Astra's right behind us is looking. Unless Impega has a big problem. In fact, Impega does have a big problem. Well, I say a big problem. There's some front-wheel drive oversteer for you there from the Corsa. Can we go for that cutback again that we tried last time out? We slide the car up in front. This time we're not going to go for second. It doesn't matter. It still outdrags us. I cannot get that pass to come off. And Impega is going to cover the inside really well through there. It's a little wide on the exit. The Astra's too far back. The Astra's not going to play a part in this battle for third now as we run up towards the finish line. It looks like Longboy's going to take victory from Deathstrike. Me versus Impega is going to go the way of the Corsa. Almost going to get to the door, but it's not enough. We push the Corsa across the line. God damn, that's 2 photo finishes in 2 races for this the VX220. Yeah, Longbow took victory. Red team are going to take this one just overall. In fact, we did claw it back a little bit later on. The Carltons didn't enjoy life around here. Although, well, one of them was up in 6th, which isn't too bad. But Carltons in general didn't necessarily enjoy life all that much around here. Oh, the Astra ended up... Oh, the Astra ended up in 5th. Sorry, I thought it was further down. I lost track of numbers. Don't mind me. But yeah, that was a really good race. That was a really, really good race indeed. So, the Bamburgh Coast Circuit is the venue up next. This does tend to work on the power cars a bit more, if I'm honest with you. It's got some nasty technical sections, and I don't think my VX220 is going to be too bad around here. We'll have to wait and see. Maybe it can surprise us. Oh, the Astra's starting on the front row. I think the Astra may... The Astra's going to probably shoot off. The Corsas might catch it. We'll have to wait and see. Really, I think it's going to be another fun race. It turns out, Vauxhalls may not sound, especially when you only have a smallish selection on Horizon 4, may not sound like the most interesting of vehicle sets. However, so far, it's been bloody good fun. Now, we're going to outturn everything through here. Jeez, the grip we have in the VX220. It's fantastic. Let's not forget, in that group were some half-decently fast cars, although it's the Corsa squad and one Astra. I've got to get up in that. We cannot let the Corsa squad and one Astra run away from this. We can't let the front-wheel drive hatchbacks have... Oh, well, I might not have much of a choice. We had a really good start, and then we had a really bad rest of it. Yeah. We've got so much grip on these cars, but it's the quintessential handling versus power problem, where I can outturn everybody. The problem is they outrun me as soon as we get to a straight, and when we're in the corners, unless I'm in clean air, I get slowed down by them, and I don't slow them down in a straight. I mean, look how far the Carlton has just shot into the distance. Lap time wise, could be very equal between cars. It's still going to be difficult to do much about the sheer brute force machines. We're going to get past the black and pink Corsa, and we're going to go chasing off up the field. So there are currently 10 points in it. 10 points? 50 points in it. 1 position in it. I can't do maths, it would seem. This may not be the circuit for me. That's true, but if we could get 8th, that would make the difference. If we can get an 8th place. I've got to be a little bit careful. We don't want to slow our teammate down. Of course we don't. However, also, I think my car is quicker than the Corsa, and I don't want to have my teammate slow me down through this twisty, nasty little section. At the moment, it is the Astra that leads from Corsa, and Monaro. Monaro is the highest placed non-hatchback at the moment. I don't think it's going to last. I think one of our Carltons is brutally fast around this track. So there is that. You're going to go to the outside. You can try... Okay, you were brave. You tried it and didn't quite work. Oh, missed checkpoint for blue team. Death strike. Missed checkpoint at turn 1. I don't know whether they were battling. I don't know whether they were too wide. Oh, and someone else missed a checkpoint through the next corner. Well, I guess that's 2 missed checkpoints, 1 on each team. Yeah, don't know whether it was... Yeah, if you get side by side, it is easy to accidentally get pushed out of checkpoints, squeezed out of checkpoints sometimes. It can happen. We're too far back to see what's going on. In all of this, we're still fighting with our teammate over now 7th position. Here, if that car wants to go around the outside, it can. Oh, and there's another one. That something happened to the Astra. Yeah, it has been a cacophony of errors, cacophony of missed checkpoints so far here around this circuit. We're up to 6th. It might be 7th in a second because that's about to come shooting past. Go on then. I can't fight that. It's close enough now on the straight that it is going to outdrag us down towards the first corner. We're going to go on the brakes and chuck the VX220. The problem is that I'm going to pass it on this lap, but it'll get me every time on the straight, I think. Because we're just going to dive back underneath here. I can be flat out on the way into there. The problem is I can get past there and I'm flat on the way into there, but it also means you're on a bad line for the next part, and then it slows your run, and we just get compromised a little bit in all of that. We're getting closer to this battle as the Carlton moves itself up into that podium spot. I wouldn't turn down the podium spot, but I'm not sure we're close enough. Although, of course, it might be too far back, actually, to do all that much this lap around, which is good, so we don't have to defend out here. This time we can just be as quick as we like through here on our own, get the change of direction right. You can see how much I close on these cars ahead. Every lap, we're about the same as we leave this section. I've just got to spend the entire lap making back up the time that I lost down the straights. That's the curse of the handling part in the handling versus power. As I said at the start, this might not be my track particularly. We're going to throw the car into that first corner. Could we get that Corsa? Oh, the car we've been battling with missed a checkpoint at the end. That's disappointing. We had a really good race. Doesn't look like it's going to cost us the overall adventure. When you know the blue cars that were in the top, well, 2 of the top 4 blue cars miss checkpoints, get dropped back. It's always going to be a pretty difficult amount of points to overcome. Sadly, you know, it is. I say, it's the way it goes. Sometimes we are close, but it's going to be no cigar for us. Oh, there may have been a little... Yeah, I don't think the Monaro knew there was a car underneath it until it was too late through that section. That's unfortunate. That is very unfortunate indeed. Missed checkpoints have played a part. It was going to be a very close race. My car didn't work here. My car didn't work there at all, and I didn't know that would probably be the case. That's much more of a power circuit. We get a 5th, though. Red team do take victory. We take the adventure, and while it is 3-0, that doesn't really do justice to how close it has been. So, up next, we're off to the Rail Yard cross-country circuit, because why not go somewhere a little bit different? Now, this is the sort of place that I might not be too bad at. It's small, it's technical, it's kind of off-road-ish. I mean, it's not really dirt. I think there are some dirt-ish parts. It's different, basically, and none of us really know what we're... none of us perhaps really know what the vehicles are going to be like around this one. A small confine is probably good for me against some of the more powerful cars, but lightweight, Vauxhall bouncing around could be a problem. We'll see. We'll see. Let's launch off of the line here. There is one... maybe AFK car, something did not get launched. Now, the trick of that first section, you want to kind of take the corners tight. Or I've always tended to find taking the corner tight as being the quick way to go through that. Monaro's got some more straight line speed than I do. This time, oh, now the VX220 for the first time in this adventure has got the lead of a race. We're going to try and avoid the puddle if we can help it. I don't want to hit that. I don't want to lose speed, really, by going through that. Now, this is a section we might struggle with. We're going to get out-dragged. Oh, okay. I did not expect you to try and go to that side of me, but there we go. An attempt was made. If you want to go for around the outside, you go for it. I have the grip that I am not going to take that route. Never really like that wider outside line. Always will tend to hug the inside through there. If I can, if I've got the car to do it. And as you can see, it was a good idea because we've made a gap. Oh, bad idea though if we're going to slide up that hill. That hill is not good for us. We're all two-wheel drive, or I think majority are two-wheel drive. But being in this sort of a car, that section I think affects me more than others. The brigade of hatchbacks are on their way. Could we have a non-hatchback brigade in the, you know, maybe some non-hatchbacks in the top lot? That would be okay. That would be okay by me. We're again going to stick to the tighter line through here. It does mean we kind of almost bounce our way across the train tracks, but I think you still do on the outside, and I'm still making good lap speed that way. So there we go. Let's try and not slide it up here. That's going to be the trick, I think. We do get away a little bit better off there. Yeah, we actually have got off that section with a little bit more of a gap. Although I then understeered and ploughed my way through the puddle. All that gap got thrown away, although actually everyone else did the same thing behind. Are we doing the quintessential follow the leader? And if the leader runs wide and hits a wall, then you all do the same. I've been there both as the leader who's done it. I've been there as the car who's followed and done it. I've been as the car that's followed and done it like 3 cars back. I nearly hit the inside of that. I nearly hit the bloody train. Don't let it go that way. Christ, we're not gonna let it go that way here. We are not going to get bloody trained. Oh no, we are going to get walled. And that is the curse of the little light car. I don't even know how I managed that. That's impressively unlucky. Blue team do not have the cars for this. Blue team's cars are absolutely loathing this. Now, whether something happened, I don't know. It's hard to tell because I can't look everywhere. But yeah, Blue team's cars are very clearly not working around this track. I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed at myself, but I don't even know how that one happened. Like we got it a little bit wrong on the way in, but I just didn't expect it to snap as it pinged off the wall. Impega has now got to the lead. Yeah, I guess maybe a combination of bumps and we didn't get trained at least. I didn't like hit the edge of a train or something. Bugger and blast and all of that sort of thing. We got a lap. We're not going to be able to do much. We might have to have a lap of fighting off against the Corsa. Potentially around here. Anyone else? No one else is taking the tight line through there. I guess on the wider line you get maybe a slightly better line through this section, but I don't know. I still prefer... It is definitely better, that tight line. Oh, the Carlton hit the building on the inside. We've all done that one as well at this track. It is quite easy to do. Oh, no, twitchy car. We're going to go play with the containers a little bit there. We had a chance at a victory. We pissed it away. And that's about it. 2 are going for the jump. They may actually lose out too. Yeah, they did. The style points for the Corsas meant that Naro took the victory in that. I'm annoyed at myself. I'm annoyed at myself for a silly mistake. It was a bit of an unlucky mistake. The ping off the wall was a little bit weird, but I shouldn't have been. I shouldn't have been out there. I shouldn't have been in a position for that sort of thing to happen, but there we go. Will be a victory for Red Team. The blue car's just not working around that that particular circuit. So, for our final race, the Edinburgh Station Circuit will hold host to the Vauxhalls. Oh, no. No, come on, game. Come on. Surely not. The one track... I say the one track. I should have won. I should have done better the last one. Still annoying. But we should also work around here, I would hope. But we're starting at the back. That's a lot of overtaking for us. God, the Corsas are at the front, and we're going to have to do what we can. We're going to have to not miss a checkpoint. That is important. Turn 1, turn 2, very easy. Very easy to miss checkpoints on. Rest of the lap, not too bad. I mean, you can miss them, but... Yeah, well, we're all the way. We're literally all the way at the back, because... Yeah, of course we are. Of course we were going to be. Alright, VX220. Let's see what you can do. I think someone's missed a checkpoint. 2 cars have missed a checkpoint already. Well, 2 red cars have missed a checkpoint already. There's a lot of cars going very wide through there. We're going to use the... Well, we're going to make the most. I don't like sneaky ghost mode, but if we're going to be stuck in it, then I might as well use it to my advantage where I can. There's a sliding Corsa. We may be in the middle of the 3 wide, but I'm hoping... Oh, bloody hell, I didn't even know that was still there. Okay. I take back what I said about the ghost mode. I didn't even realise there was a ghost car still in mine until that was way too late and was already committed. That's a thing. Alright, we're fine. We're out the other side of all of that. We're in 6th place. We're probably not going to hold 6th down this straight. We might do. I don't know how quick that Corsa is. I think quite quick, though. So, we may outdrag us. Not quite. Oh. Well, I always had a controller turn off. Yeah, that'll do it. That is a controller turn off of his input, yeah. Oh, no, we've been torpedoed by a broken down car. Ah! It's all gone wrong for the poor VX220. Oh, I mean, because I think we're going to get sick. I don't think we have too much problems. That car there has not got the. It's got the speed for the faster circuits, but it'll never have the grip around here, not to match the VX220. So we can just run it in here quite deep, carry that momentum. The only concern I have with carrying all that momentum through there is that the back end's going to let go. It's mostly quite planted, this car, but I don't fully trust it. That was ambitious. The thing is, I'm kind of going to be driving it way too hard. I'm going to be driving it more ambitious now, because what the hell have I got to lose? We're going to be a long way down in terms of track position here, so I'm going to throw it at the course. If it works, we'll set some magical lap times and maybe we can scrounge something, but yeah, we're going to have to be a little bit brave. It's still broken. The marshals haven't recovered the broken down Corsa as of yet. Who would have thought it, a Vauxhall breaking down at some point in a race? I've got 2 Carltons ahead of us. Now, we should be quicker than the 2 Carltons. The Carltons were better than I thought. However, this is not their circuit. Much as the Bamburgh Coast circuit is not mine, this is not a Carlton circuit. I actually really quite like this car. The more I'm driving this, I quite like it. I don't know whether it's, you know, the fastest A-class car. However, it's a fun car to drive. It's a fun car to drive. Lively is the word I'd describe it. Lively but controllable is probably the best way to put it. Like, it does move around a lot, but it's not to the point where it's going to try and fully murder you. It's going to surprise you, but it's not going to actually try and murder you, I think, anyway. Maybe I'll change my mind in the next couple of laps as we try to start getting some overtakes. We've had one glorious lap of clean air, and then we're now right into the fight. Oh, a little bit of ghost mode, a little bit of lag going on. I don't know where that car is going to end up, but we are past, I think we certainly will be. We'll sweep around here. God, there's so much grip in this. I think we might actually beat the fastest car. Maybe not as fast as Longbow, but I definitely think we're faster than the 2 Corsas up ahead as well. We're catching them pretty quickly. If I don't do that, I was a little bit ambitious for what line I was looking for. Jesus, speed from that thing. I believe that has an engine swap in it as well. I think it's got the V10, Lambo V10 in it, because apparently you can get that in A-Class with rally tyres on it and everything. We can just, I think, the grip and the dive bomb there is like a different class almost. We are super quick around here, catching the pair ahead as well. Literally, this race could have gone so differently, but for a poor spot on the grid, a little bit of bad luck with a Corsa. We're going to stay around the outside of the Carlton. It's going to the annoying thing is it's going to outdrag me to turn 1. I'm going to have to make this the difficult way, aren't I? Oh, did they think that was the final lap? Possibly they did. Again, we've all done that one. I have been there myself before. I've done the celebratory spin across the line only to realise there was one more lap to go. Either that or was looking elsewhere and just didn't know. Whatever, missed the braking into that first corner. We are going to carry all of the momentum through that one. And, I mean, can we catch before the end of the lap? No, we'd need a couple more laps. I think we could catch, but we need a few more laps. You can see how much we have caught just this time around. I thought I was going to get caught on the wall, a little bit of lag again from there as it pinged itself forward. We're up to 4th. Longbow is going to win. I'd be curious to know what the lap times were between me and Longbow's car. I think that may be a smidge quicker than me, but it would be, I think, pretty damn close. We round the final corner in the VX220. We actually hit the lamppost at the end there and lost a bit of speed. Not the best lap to finish off with, but a 4th place. Not a bad recovery from last on the grid, and a completely unintentional torpedo. Nothing can be done about that one. We recovered to 4th. We battled past the Carltons, sorry. Yeah, I like the VX220. We are going to take the victory. While it is a 5-0 adventure, it doesn't really do it justice. Blue team got a bit unlucky. There were some very close rounds, a bit of bad luck, and that is the way that it can go sometimes. The Vauxhalls were good fun. The Vauxhalls were actually very, very good fun to go racing with. That, though, is going to be it for this video, for this team adventure. If you would like to sign up to take part in the next one, you can via our forums. Now, there'll be a link in the description here. Find the FailRace versus the community section, and you can sign up in there. That, though, is going to be it from me. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, a goodbye.